Hi everyone, Randy Fleming here. I'm a trainer with the National Tile Contractors Association. On our last episode, we set the elevations around our shower to make sure we have the right amount of pitch to keep within code, which is a 1/2 inch maximum per foot to a 1/4 inch minimum per foot of fall. So if you have 2 feet of run, you need to have between 1 inch and a 1/2 inch of fall over that area. On this episode, we're going to talk about the importance of running screeds. We can tell here that the drain is not centered. So we are going to have differing elevations around this. Had this drain been centered, it would have been nice and easy to run a level perimeter all the way around and still be able to keep our slope going to the drain properly and to stay really close to between that 1/2 inch max and the 1/4 inch minimum and still have a good looking shower. But this is more realistic. This is what we get all the time, shower drains not being nicely centered, and so we're going to have differing elevations around it, yet it's still going to be a good look because our walls are going to go in first and then our floor. So now let's talk about setting our screeds. So our deck mud, the best way to explain deck mud is we get our strength from compaction. If I just leave it like this and I drop it, it just breaks apart. However, if I take this and I compact it, give it a good grip and hold it together, you see how much more clumped up this stayed? So we're looking for our deck mud to be compacted. That's where we get our strength from. And how do we compact it? A nice tool is a heavy like resin float like this. Sometimes we can use a flat trowel for beating it in. So we're looking just to compact it, so that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to set some screeds. So a screed is a hard, more firmly compacted area of our float. So once we run our screed, then we can float our shower starting from that screed, and we will not dig into that screed because we've compacted it nice and tightly. So we'll take our nice aluminum straight edge like this, and we're just trying to shave back and forth until we hit our spot. Hear that noise? I know already I'm touching that spot. I'm a little above this one down here, so I don't hear noise on both ends, and that's what I'm looking for. So we're listening, and I can feel it. I can feel the difference of when I'm rubbing this edge back and forth. Nice and flat, nice and smooth all the way across. And now I'm going to cut off this excess mud around the outside. Then I'll take my float and just make sure I'm nice and smooth. I don't have any lumps that are holding up. So you see I'm all nice and smooth, but you see these areas here, those are areas that I'm not really compacted well. So I'm going to add a little bit more mortar to those, compact those down, and then come back and smooth them out. So I've got that. So now I will continue on and I will float the rest of these screeds around my shower. Ready cleaning how, what am I doing with this edge? You want to do on the last one? Okay. So as you have been seeing me rub this edge, what I'm trying to do is shave off enough mud until I touch both spots. So that's why I pack it and then I just rub until I touch that spot. So I'm just trying to rub off enough mud so you're just barely changing the angle on the edge so that this front part of the edge has a little bit of bite into the mortar bed. So we have it nice and flat all the way across, and that's what the purpose is of what we're doing here. Just trying to flatten those spots, flatten the area between those spots, so that is our screed. After we're done with our screeds, then we come back, we'll remove all of our spots. We don't need them anymore. Our elevations have been set, our screeds have been set. Once we remove our spots, then we'll come back in, we'll put a little bit of mortar in there and fill those and finish off all these areas. So that is how we go through and we set our screeds around. So this gives us something nice to come through, and we'll float our floor, the rest of the floor, down to our bonding flange to make sure we get the right amount of slope heading to the drain, and all of the water that happens to go in our shower goes down the drain and nowhere else.